Just fabulous, just gorgeous, just me, just Shupier. Oh yeah, just Shupier. Just fabulous, just gorgeous, just me, just Shupier. Just Shupier. Always that girl.
What's going on? Woo! Come on in. Good to hear you gonna make that left. And only Shupier. Woo!
That's not your bag. No, not your bag. The pink one's mine. That's right. The pink one.
I love it. No, that pink one is not. We're gonna fight for that.
Custom made.
Yes.
Well, we got both have your own bag.
Oh yeah, we need that. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Cause I'm ready. I got a lot to say.
We ready. We ready to hear all of it too. We want all the smoke.
All the smoke.
Yeah, we are so happy to have Shupier Jones on.
We're gonna be barbecuing when I finish.
So listen, guys. We have Shupier Jones on the Wilson A Midday Show on 1010 The King. Clap it up. Okay, so let's dig right into it. I'm always taking over. I'm always taking over. Shupier, I want people to know something so special about you when I met you. And I met you through a lady that was coming to me when I was still doing the modeling and talent agency.
Okay.
Tanya was a blessing to me. I did her first show. That was the first actual talk show we did. She was the first to have a Facebook actual agreement where Facebook wanted to have a show. Before Jada Pickett, I read the information. Right. We produced the show. And she was crazy about Miss Shupier Jones. And she kept saying, you got to meet Shupier. And we spoke on the phone. I was in Conyers with I had the agency still. And your energy was so pleasant and so real. And I was like, oh, I like her. Okay, we got to get back. And then I think a couple years passed.
Yes.
I just was watching social media. And I'm like, dang, this girl got to be the hardest working girl. And going on here. I'm like, but everything done in excellence. So I say stuff is done in excellence when you give 110% and you do it in excellence. It don't always come out to be what other people may think excellence is, right? But I don't know how you do it because it's an excellence from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes to beside the scenes to in between the scenes. It's done in excellence. And I know you've shared before, it's not what everybody thinks. Can you
First, you have to have the Most High. Once you have him, you will love what you do. You don't mind serving, whether it's behind the camera or in front of the camera. It doesn't matter. But it's always him that allowed me to be in each individual life. For whatever reason, purpose, is him. I can't, because some days I don't even be feeling like it, but it's just he gives me that energy to be whatever I need to be in that individual life.
Wait. Say that again. He gives you the energy to do what?
He gives me the energy to be who I need to be for that particular person.
And we just talked about that.
Yes.
We did. People don't sometimes get that. I hope y'all really got that.
Because I go through so much, but I have learned to not wear what I'm going through.
How do you do that?
Shake that shit off.
Oh.
Excuse
the French. 10.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, because that's exactly what it is.
She keeps it real.
It's smelly, it's stank, it's funky. It's exactly what it is. That's what I called it. And you have to shake it off. You have to go in there and take you a shower. Use your Dove. Use your organic soap.
Eucalyptus oils.
Get it off.
Yes.
You know, and that's exactly what I do, get moving, because I always tell myself it's a temporary situation. It's not permanent. So however you deal with it, and most of the times when you're in situations like that, you need that fire because you was being complacent, you was being lazy, you wasn't motivated, so you needed something that would have to remind you of who you are, period.
I don't know if today is a day of confirmation, but KP was just on the radio talking, saying almost the same thing. The message is for somebody that's going through.
Right.
I believe that everything you go through is making you better. Something is at the end of that storm that,
Right.
you know, that is meant for you. You just got to get through the storm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love that you came on. So that this message is for somebody. I never know how to introduce you because you are, and you truly are. And that's another thing, like, it's not like you are, you know, sometimes on social media we just put all these titles, we find our name.
No.
But you are definitely an author. You are definitely an actress. You are definitely a producer. You are definitely a content creator. You are definitely, these are things, these are hats that are worn, not a little bit, not by a second. So I guess I want to dive into the fact that you are an author. I know it's been a minute since I got your book. Talk about that. Talk about being an author and how this came about.
Well, this came about, again, going through. So I wasn't the type of person who knew how to verbally express myself. I would talk in my head. I would go off on you. I would have these feelings about you. I want to tell you this love that I have for you, but it would stay here. It would not go out of my mouth because I didn't have a safe place to express that to whoever I was dealing with at that particular time. So I've been through a lot in my life as far as, being molested, going through friendship issues, going through father issues, going through mother issues, just going through issues within myself. And that's when I decided to write down all my turmoil on paper, get it out, make it plain, so people can see that whatever you're going through, if you can't verbally express it, put it on paper. Let me tell you something. When God gives you a vision, He's going to put the people in your life, or He's going to use you to complete that. You be thinking you need somebody to finish something. You don't. You need to just get out and believe in whatever God has installed in you and complete it. It's you that stops you.
You came in here and I started it, but she gonna finish it. You are hitting it.
Yes, it's you that stops you.
I just talked about the reflection in the mirror. Yeah, me versus me.
Yeah, the man in the mirror. You have to.
Yes.
So and that's what I had to learn how to do a lot of things on my own. My gift is, by the way, my name means the gift. Shupier also means
the gift.
Yes. So it is very important that you know the meaning of your name, because either you're gonna live up to it or you're not. You're not gonna be who God called you to be.
You better talk about that. I'm gonna add pastor to her roster, okay? Pastor Shupier.
Come on, somebody. I need you to
Pastor.
stand to your feet.
Look at her already. She's ready. I'm going to your church. Matter of fact, I be one of the deaconess.
It's deaconess.
The deaconess. It's gonna be done in excellence. So
Right.
We gonna keep it real. You've been on so many shows, movies. But that is would you say that's your first love?
Hair is my first love.
So how did that come about?
Well, depending on how many gifts that God has given you, you're going to use those gifts. So my gift, I have multiple gifts. So God used hair to open. He said He'll use men to put you in different positions. So hair has, by me doing certain people, hair has put me in certain positions to be able to utilize those other gifts.
How old were you when you fell in love with hair?
I was in middle school. I started doing grown ladies' hair in middle school. Yes. My mom, where it triggered from my mom didn't take me to the salon to get my hair done. So I wanted to look pretty, and that's where it stemmed from. My mother
Not taking me.
pushing me, not knowing what she was doing, but she pushed me and made that gift, to what it is today.
So what would you say? Not the kids now, they got so many different.
Shout out to Rosa.
Rosa, that's your mom.
Yes.
What would you say to the girls now? I mean, they do nowadays. The babies, they're going to get that 3-in-1 pack. They're going to look good.
Right, man. I tell you, this generation, they are so they are hustlers.
Yes.
But they're also, they have a little laziness and they don't know about the business, and it kind of give them a bad rep. But one great quality that I do know about them, they are going to get their own money. Period.
You're the first person that ever came on the show and gave our babies some love like that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say they ain't that good of a hustler, but I love how you see the quality. That just shows your forward thinking, the way that you always forward thinking. So you can
I deal with them a lot. So I understand how to speak their language, and they understand I'm Auntie Shupier now.
You Auntie Shupier?
Yes.
You don't look like no auntie, I know.
Yes.
You let me every auntie.
But with the young generation, so you can have that respect. They'll be able to hear what is coming out of my mouth, so they can receive the information and utilize it. And they do. They come back and like, thank you, Auntie. And they vent like I'm a safe place, and I thank the Most High for that. because I've always dealt with children and had a connection with them.
Okay, well, I'm a KP. I'll make room for you. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
KP.
I want to tell you how I met her. Of course, I met her at Day of a Lady, but the way that y'all kind of introduced, we met like we already knew each other. Like the energy,
No strangers.
like she was so real. Like it kind of took me back for a minute because Wilson knows like I ain't too big on, and I'm not too big on women.
I understand CAP.
That's how you used to be.
Yeah, that's how I used to be. Mm-hmm. So when you came to me, you was very just transparent. She was very real. Like you was like, "What's up, cuzzo?" I was like, "What's up?" Like it just felt so real.
Organic,
It's organic. And even now, just talking to you, and even like last week with Day of a Lady, how you spoke into me, stuff like that. Yes. I appreciate as a woman.
Yes.
Because real recognize real.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So sometimes women, and we understand this industry.
Mm-hmm.
This industry, they'll use you for a lot.
Yeah.
They'll use you to get through some doors, and once they get through that door, they out of here.
Right.
So to give real women their flowers and to understand, hey, I
literally
see you.
give them the flowers.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then just to say, hey, I see you.
Yes.
For you to speak into me,
Yes.
And I was having one of the moments,
Yes.
I appreciate that as a woman,
Yes.
So definitely I want to give you your flowers on that. But I also just want to ask you, and I probably know the answer to this, but I want to know from you, how do you balance it all? Because on your social media, you do a lot. Mm-hmm. From hair to makeup. I see you working with one of the biggest films director here in Atlanta. You're on Portia Fox 5. You're doing the most. So every time you're a motivation for a lot of women.
Yes.
For women like me, that's doing it. No matter what people see, my path. Your path is different. Everybody has their different path. But we motivate each other in some form of way. Like I be in the background, like you better go, girl. I see you. Like I'm so proud of you. Like how do you handle all of that and still maintain a personal life?
Don't look too deep into everything,
mm-hmm.
and embrace each moment.
Yeah.
And because again, what give me this heart because it's the Most High. I love people. I genuinely love people. Like I don't have to know you to love you. If I'm hard on you, if I'm pushing you, because I love you, and I see your greatness. I see who you are, where you're going. So I don't mind lifting you up. I don't mind encouraging you. I don't mind putting words in you that's going to elevate you to a whole nother level. So, and when you love is pure. Mm-hmm. It don't come no shape, no form, no color, no height, no size. It's pure. And when you have it, it's a feeling that you can't explain. And sometimes it's scary because some people are not used to it. But when I leave this earth, you could say, that girl love me. That's all I care about. It's love, because love open up doors. Love, that's what God said, you got to have love. You don't have love, how you could go in certain rooms and encourage somebody? If you don't have love, how you can help your sister when they're down and help them back up? Because we all fall. That's right. We all fall. Mm-hmm. But ain't nothing like having somebody to grab your hand that loves you to help you back up.
You better have us, since she preached, we better be crying.
But it's so funny how everything comes full circle, because my message that I had at Day of a Lady, and then the message that we had earlier this morning, and then for you to come in and confirm everything that we've already been speaking, that means everything is in a line.
He said his word is confirmed by 2 or 3 witnesses.
And here we are, 2 or 3.
Pink triangle, baby. Yeah.
So I agree.
Pink triangle, baby. Pink triangle.
always marketing.
Yeah, she know how to plug. We're going to come full circle on that question. All right. So
Holy Spirit,
I love it. My next question to you is, now, okay, we done did the inspiration.
Right.
So let's get to it.
Right.
How do you feel about gatekeepers in this industry? Let's talk about it.
They get on my last.
Yeah.
And I ain't even going to say it, but that's y'all.
That's y'all.
Stop. For real. For real. I feel like we the only culture that gatekeeps.
I do too.
Because Caucasians, when it come down to business, they don't gatekeep. They keep it amongst each other and they help each other. But when it come down to our beautiful black creation people, they gatekeep. Knowing you know your sister good and your sister or your brother is good for that position, why not call them? And stop not wanting to pay people.
Girl,
Yeah, I
that
said
part.
I said it.
That part.
I said it.
You said it again.
I said it.
Say it for
Now,
people in the
it's
back.
different if you're bartering, if you're helping, you have a service, because either way you're gonna still pull out. You know, you're gonna spend money.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know my brother or my sister, they good at what they do, why not call them? People think that you're gonna bypass. You gotta understand everybody's path is different. Nobody ain't got the same path, and it doesn't mean you're not gonna get there. God may have you going in a different direction.
Right.
You may have to meet A, B, and C, whereas you got to meet D, E, and F. Come on. It has to make sense.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know, whatever God put your name on, no man in hell can stop it.
Right.
So guess what? The ones that gatekeep Shupier, you can't gatekeep me.
You right.
I'm different. Yeah. I'm one of a kind. I'm the chosen one. So of course that's why I'm in all these different circles, talking to all these different people, connecting with all these different people. See things in you that nobody ain't seeing yourself. When you couldn't get to a certain place, Shupier knew, because God gave it to me to give it to you, because you didn't realize you had a gift in your hand. My name means the gift.
I love
Real talk.
We talked about how motion. We talked about motion and how people have motion, and how people nowadays are always trying to look like they have motion, right?
No, I ain't.
And you got it.
I ain't got time for it.
So I said, you a PR, you are everything, but it's about having the real, authentic motion. And you talked about love. And I really, really, truly believe, like, when you do things because you love people, doors open for you. And that's why envy come. And we're going to get into that.
Yes.
Envy come because people don't understand, why are you blessed? You don't do stuff like so-and-so. That ain't how you do it. The industry, you got to do it like this, but you did it like that. We look at Tyler Perry, who did things completely different in the industry.
Right.
And look where he sit. That's why I can't listen to outside folk. Because like you said, the way I feel about people, like, you faking, that's my blessing. Nothing special about me. Just as I'm being authentic. I'm walking what I know God has for me. I think you are like the example. I think that's why I always connect with you, and I always am like proud of you when I see you, because it also shows when people are like, well, dang, how she do that? Well, how she do that? I'm never wondering how you do it, because I already know that when God has something for you, it's just for you, and nobody can explain it. But that envy sets in when it's unexplained.
Right.
And let's talk about, I know you recently had some things that just went on in your life.
Oh my God.
Share with us.
Envy is real, and I don't tell people I know they have it towards me, because I already know the path is coming toward you. So my job is to make the best of that, because when that smoke clears, that's when people see, they hear, and then they realize why that person was in their life. And God sometimes don't give you second and third chances with people. So I know I ain't gonna probably have a second chance with you, because your heart not right, and you can't go and you can't sit inside my house. Forget a table. You can't sit inside my house. You can't be on my land. You feel me?
I feel you.
So you gotta go get your own. And you gotta sit over there. You gotta watch this land grow. You gotta watch the harvest manifest on this land. With those type of people, I know it's coming toward me. And sometimes I don't even say anything, because what's understood don't need to be explained.
Exactly.
People grown. They know better. But they don't want to do better. So when I have those issues, it's good. It's all love. I don't say nothing to them, because you're not deserving of this good energy. Period.
So you had an incident. Do you want to share about that incident with your home?
Woo, yes. I'm talking only to my entertainers, my influencers, people that are in this industry, who have been in it for a very long time. You have caterpillars, cacarons, snakes, roaches.
Cacarons.
Yes.
All of it.
Watching you. And they're ready to eat on your harvest. Having that happen to me, because that never happened, it makes you uncomfortable in your own home. It give you PTSD.
Extra paranoid about stuff, right? People are so extra because of that. Because if you have any presence on social media, while you may think this is not a big deal, people are watching, and people are always looking like, well, how they got that? And you won't even know. I don't invite nobody to my house. You know what I'm saying? Even people I love sometimes don't hesitate, because people they know. So you got to be really in with me. You got to be almost like me on your own.
This is my main line. People would die to walk in your shoe. People would die to walk in your shoe.
They can't fit your shoe size.
But immediately from being in situations like that, it trained you to kill. And I don't know how old these young men were, or who they were, if it was a grown man, young boy. In my mind, it was either going to be you or me, but in my mind, it was you. And when I go shoot, I shoot to kill. Anything I do, I don't do it just to do it. I have to do it with excellence. And people don't understand when you come to people's homes, it's a whole different type of feeling that you get because now you're a protector, not the provider. So you want to protect whatever you have worked extremely hard for. Because them young men didn't know I came up here with $125 in my name with 2 babies. They didn't know I had to go through all this different stuff with a man, you know what I'm saying, or people. They don't know what I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what, that's why people, they snap. I watch too many crazy, criminal movies. So
attraction, all of
but
them.
So you just never know, but that's why I'm just saying, people, y'all have to be careful, very careful, especially people in the industry that works hard, because I know they work hard. People don't know what you go through behind closed doors.
They think you could just drop out the tree. They have no idea what you put, the sacrificing that you've done, the thing, they don't know, and they just want to take it because it looks like
I've been doing this for years. People starting to see the harvest, but I've been doing this for years. You see the glory, but you don't know my story. You can know my story if you read the book. You will know, or pick up the phone and call, because ask me what I'm going through. Then you will see why this girl is super excited, why she busts her butt, and why she walk out the house the way that she walk out, why she represent black women, making sure that, you can look beautiful too. And don't mind helping you look beautiful.
And don't. We done had some conversations, and don't.
And don't will come up to you, hey, come on, because I know doing your hair or your makeup, it helps your self-esteem, and it gives you that confidence to say, you know what, I can do this. I love to pour that into my black women, white women, Asian women, because any woman can come up and talk to me.
Come on.
Because we're all, at the end of the day, we're all women, and we need motivation. We need to be a reflection of each other, period.
We do.
Period. That's all I'm saying. After the next question.
Come on.
I was just about to ask her what her talking about.
I hold up in y'all business.
Yes, so tell us what your definition of sisterhood is.
Listen and don't judge. That's my definition. She'll figure it out. Because you'll get tired. When you get tired, exhausted, and you don't want no more, you'll stop doing what you're doing, whether it's with that man on that job or with them children, You'll get tired. Entrepreneurship, you'll get tired. You'll figure it out. You'll look at yourself one day in the mirror and you'll tell yourself, enough is enough. So my definition of sisterhood, just listen and don't judge.
People say, well, why do you hang out? Well, why are you with this? And I think that applies because sometimes people have a good heart, but they just have they hit in their head a couple times, and you can't make them get it. But they're good people. They gonna get it. Yeah. And you don't give up. And I say that about black businesses too. If Verizon is messing your bill up, you stay with them. Yeah. But if you go over to your sister or brother with a small business, they make a couple mistakes, and they don't have the resources and funds, so they probably don't have the staff, so they overwork. We leave so quickly and talk bad, and it's very similar. It's just sometimes you can just keep patronizing them and knowing they're going to get better because they have you coming, because you stuck with Verizon when they overcharge you for the bill.
Or help them.
Yeah, or help them.
People see you need help and won't help you. Help them. Your help can be, somebody that needs some community hours. You could tell them to send them over there to help them. Help.
You just you don't have to do it yourself.
You can find somebody. That's helping.
And that's nothing but a phone call. If you know it or you got the connections, it's number.
And it didn't take you all day.
It don't. It really don't. And I'm one of those people. I don't mind helping. Right. I really don't. But for me, it's when you take my kindness for weakness. When you keep on calling and be like, hey, can you do? Hey, do you know? Ooh, no, I don't. At some point, I'm like, no. I don't. And
that's when you need to really make a sound decision and say, you know what, I'm gonna start saying no. I'm gonna not be so available, accessible to those individuals because people will use you, and sometimes they don't even know that they're using you because you're the only one they can go to for help. And so it do come off a little overbearing because it's like, why you always calling up? Or they don't even offer to help you because they're so consumed. And that's a great thing to be consuming what you're doing. Right. But you also have to be aware of when you're pulling energy, you need to replenish. You need to put that energy back in.
Girl, you better.
That's right. It's a lot of takers in this industry.
Yeah.
Your wisdom is crazy.
That is true.
Yes.
In this industry, it's so many takers, but they will not replenish.
The circles that I'm in, I'm around a lot of entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs, we don't really have resources like that to help us, especially if we're small businesses, like you were saying earlier. So of course you're gonna be called, hey, you can help me, can you help me, can you help me? Because you're so driven about what you have, the gift that God has put in you, that you're so consumed in that you want to just complete it. You want it because it's so big right now. So you're not realizing you're pulling. I'm aware of that, but I also say, hey, I can't, not today. And I tell them, you're pulling on me, you stressing me out.
Oh, at least you tell them.
Yeah. But you understand, that is so huge.
At least she does that.
That you understand that sometimes they don't even recognize. I've never heard anybody say that.
Right, because
I'm a helper, but I don't have that patience.
I don't either.
So to hear you say, I understand why. I get why you're doing it, but today, not today.
Not today.
And they're not realizing to replenish or try at least. Because even though you're a superwoman, it might be something somebody can do for you. You know?
And some that you have helped can sprout on and be very successful. They won't even come back and get you. But that let me know.
That's it.
People are seasonal. They're not in your life as a lifetime. It was just for that point for you to help them get to that. God is going to use people to bless you, not the people that you bless to come back to bless you. And I had to tell myself, because it was pissing me off. Like, how you gonna forget about me? When you was stank, busking, broke, and funky, and ugly. Like, how you gonna? Why you ain't tell nobody that was me to help you? But it was okay.
They want the recognition.
It wasn't, because God will use the right people to come in your life to encourage you, to speak your name, and in rooms that you didn't even know you can get in.
If you move without expectation, you won't feel nothing. You might talk about it for a minute to some of your close people, but you really don't feel anything because you wasn't expecting anything. You did it because you chose to.
Yes.
You know,
because you got to guard your heart. You got to, because when people can do certain things to you and it will make you feel a certain type of way, and that's when the envy and the jealous and all that. So you got to guard your heart, and you got to tell yourself you serve your purpose in their life. You know what you did. You don't need nobody to validate you, because the validation comes from the Most High. He's going to send the correct people in your life, the group of people that's going to get you to your next level. Everybody can't sit in your house. Forget the table, because table breaks, chairs breaks. But if that house has a strong foundation, you can renovate. You can put some new furniture in there. So you got to understand your place as the house, not the table. Period.
You know, I'm speechless.
Doctor.
But it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor. That's right. Congratulations, Doctor.
I'm talking
Dr. Shupier.
Yes. It takes, we can tell you've been through, if people are listening, they've been through some things. We can tell you've been through some things and you've learned it. You've healed on those things and you're able to share. I can tell because you're so on point with everything. If you out here living, if you're a baby and you just now getting out there, you probably experience some of these things. Yeah, I get motivated hearing you talk, knowing there's another person out there that understands. And you do big things, and I think to me you are an example to everybody out here that wants to do something, that they can do it if they truly, really put forth the effort. And then you just said something too about, come back and give me. Sometimes we can look at people that's doing things and think they don't need any help, because everybody needs something. Obviously, if you're doing a lot by yourself, you don't want to do it, even though you can do it well. And so sometimes we forget. It's always like the people that we think are really strong. You never get me. I'm like, I was so just overwhelmed. Nobody ever looked at it wanting to see if they can help me. And it was like right after that, God just changed it around. Like it was like people started to come in my life. And you don't need 1 million people. Sometimes just one will give you just like breathing.
Even though because the help that you wanted, you think about it. If they did come to help you, it was trauma. They did put their hands. See, God ain't gonna allow everybody to put their hands on you. God ain't gonna allow everybody energy around you, because it's not right. So that's why you didn't receive the help. And then you had to know where the help come from. Period. So that's why they ain't come. Because once you know all that, you had to learn not having it to when you had it. And you had to know where it came from. But you also got to know those people that's around you, they mean well. But the ones before, you think about them people, it was okay that you did it by yourself. I promise.
And that's sincerity in your face, show. Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm talking about it's the facial expression for me.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I would like for you to tell people what you have coming up next, And then tell people where they can follow you at.
Okay. Well, this Sunday I will be receiving an honorary doctorate degree. Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
And, I'm super excited. I have to go to Lafayette, Louisiana,
Okay.
to receive that. But that's big.
That's
Oh my
huge.
God!
That's major.
But I know I well deserve that. I don't look my age. But I've been doing this for a very long time, and it's just on the beginning. Just on the beginning. But everyone, you definitely can find me at ShupierJones.com. You can find me on social media such as IG at JustShupier, JustShupier. You type in that name in Facebook. You type it in Twitter, TikTok. You don't stop. Okay. Facebook, I'm on all those platforms, and you just type in Shupier Jones.
And something really quick, you have another business.
Yes.
Pink Triangle.
Pink Triangle.
Can you show the social media your purse?
This is a new bag that's coming out, so
I wore it to an all men's basketball team, and those men kept asking me where I got that bag from. I'm like, well, y'all carry bags? No, but I like that bag. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I love the bag. I try to be really careful with it and keep it clean.
Yes, because I'm not making, once those collections are gone, I'm not bringing it back out. That's it. You have an exclusive bag. That's the whole point of me doing it, so that it's affordable, and you have an exclusive bag. You have a fashion statement piece. That's all I care about.
Yeah. So where can people go to purchase those?
At pinktrianglecollections.com.
So you got your book?
Yes.
And they can go where to purchase the book?
ShupierJones.com.
Okay. And
they can find the movies on ShupierJones.com. Yes. And they can find the book. And then on Pink Triangle, you can find the person.
And how do they schedule appointments if they want to get their hair done, makeup laid?
Oh, that's great. You can hit me up on IG at JustShupier Trends.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna schedule it. Offered. I need to schedule mine. Shupier is like this conversation can't never end. So we'll be inviting you on the next show. So everything, what's the name? KP, we'll be inviting you on these shows. Definitely every word you said confirmed. And that's I think how you know who your people is, who you should be around. When you say, well, I don't know who I should be around. When they cannot be in the room and be talking just like you talking, and they didn't hear nothing you said, and it's real, then you know those are people that should be in your tribe. Those are people that's real. And you are particular about energy. I remember when I invited you, the first one you said, let me pray on it. And I got chills then. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. I said, I like it.
You kept it real.
Yeah, I like it. I like when somebody needs to know if they need to be there, because sometimes it's your blessing as well. When you said, let me pray. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. I said, I like it.
You kept it real.
Yeah, I like it. I like when somebody needs to know if they need to be there, because sometimes it's your blessing as well. Yeah. Like, okay, maybe they're not in the right space right now. I don't want to bring that energy. I'm not in that right space today. So when you said, let me pray, I was not offended.
Because it's a women empowerment event. So you have to be, that's delicate. You can't handle that any kind of way. It's power. So you got to be in your right mind, body, spirit, to be in that building, because you don't know who you're going to encourage that day.
Girl, but God said come. She did, and then she came to as a vendor. She was very supportive and yelling the loudest. Always humble, always humble. If any lesson can come from you, a woman that's doing great things, and stay humble. So thank you for coming on our show. Thank you for the roses that you gave us. Thank you for always being who you are and speaking life into people. I appreciate you. And we're going to have you on the next show. I'm talking all the way to the last ending, guys.
That's right.
I guess we're going to use Shupier as our mindset. Shupier, you've given us a lot of nuggets, but give us one nugget that of how we can stay in good mindset.
Don't look at other people's situation and take it as yours. Don't, because what they went through, that doesn't mean you're going to go through it and have to get out of it like they did. Like, focus on you, stay on you, handle your business, mind your business. That's what I'm going to leave you with.
Baby, and that is all.
Mind your business.
Mind your business, okay? Mind your business. Guys, this is the What's Name Midday Show. We are here Monday through Friday, every day at 10 a.m. live to 12 p.m. On Thursdays, we always have special guests, but this was a special treat for us, baby, okay? So make sure you can stream us on 1010theking.com, or you can go in your car anywhere in the ATL and listen on 1010 The King. We love you, and we are out. Hey, you listening to the what?
The Wilson A. Midday Show on 1010 The King.
Woo! Always that girl.